What up? Homeless Jabroni, the Jabroni God, and welcome back to another Jabroni one shot. If you're listening to this one, it should be right after another one I just put up earlier, discussing Sanji's progression in One Piece. If you fuck with One Piece, give that shit a listen. Your boy working hard today. But this Jabroni one shot, this is gonna be a discussion about Dragon Ball, and the discussion is going to center around, will there be further exploration of Universe 7? So let me talk about a little bit where I got the idea for this discussion. So I was thinking about something Beerus said back in episode 92. We're at episode 98 at the time of this recording. Beerus said something to the effect of, and I'll probably put the screenshots in the video so you have context, and your boy's not going to leave y'all niggas hanging dry. He said something to the effect of, this universe is so vast, but all of these, our team is limited to niggas that's chilling on this planet. But like Beerus, like you got a Namekian, you got 2 androids, you got a couple humans, you possibly have a fucking Triclops on your team, you got some Saiyan. There's some diversity in your team, my nigga. Like don't try to act like you don't have a fucking specially diverse team. Is that even a thing? Any fucking way. Any fucking way. If you didn't know already, this is right before they get Frieza to join the team. This is when they find out Boo is falling asleep and won't wake up for like 2 months or some shit. Excuse me. So, they're in a little bit of a panic mode. But Beerus said something profound. It's like, we really haven't explored this universe, and Super is already dropping like 11 more universes. And I'm like, yo, we really even haven't explored 7. If you really think about that shit. Like, why would you give us all these other universes to explore? Granted, one of them just got destroyed last episode, so I don't know if it's gonna get brought back. Nobody knows if it's gonna get brought back, so Universe 9 might be fucked, actually. But anyway, like, why are you giving us all these other universes to explore when the brunt of your exploration of Universe 7 has been in non-canon properties, i.e. Dragon Ball GT, i.e. the movies, i.e. OVAs, So let's talk about it. So one of the things that I was thinking of is, are they going to touch upon the Tuffles again? Because the Tuffles are in, they're a prominent thing in all the non-canon stuff. You got this OVA called Plan to Eradicate the Super Saiyans, or Super Saiyajins, if you want to sound like a weeb. Or we have Dragon Ball GT. So I'm gonna just touch on Dragon Ball GT first. Apparently in age 720, before the Saiyans landed and settled on Planet Plant, there were these guys that were native to Planet Plant called the Tuffles. Well, they could be native, because we have this Bardock special that comes and fucking gums up the works. You know what I'm talking about, the one where Bardock goes back in time, turns Super Saiyan, and it's unclear how far Bardock goes back in time, but we see some weird looking niggas that don't look like fucking Tuffles. I'll tell you that shit. We see some weird looking niggas, and we see that they have this like liquid that heals Bardock, and we see that this is the very basis for the liquid healing tanks that the Saiyans have, or the Frieza's army had. You put these when Goku was on Planet Namek and he was in the fucking tank and he was healing up. We see that. So like we see it, but in some archaic form. So it's like, okay, so these guys are the very foundation of where all that shit came from. And we don't know where the Tuffles come into play. We don't know if the Tuffles truly are native, if those weird looking niggas are, you know, evolutionary ancestors to the Tuffles, because the Tuffles look like kind of humanoid. Those things didn't even look humanoid. They just look like retarded fucking weird things. I don't know what the fuck they were. But apparently they were native to Planet Plant, and from what I remember of Dragon Ball GT, it was a while back, and I don't make it a habit of rewatching Dragon Ball GT, okay? Alright? I don't make it a habit. But from what I remember from Dragon Ball GT, the Tuffles were native to Planet Plant. And the Saiyans weren't, though. Saiyans came and colonized that bitch. They were colonizing and taking over shit before they was even part of Frieza's army. So they came through and fucked shit up. And King Vegeta was the nigga that led the assault on the Tuffles. And you know, he came through, and he, to what we think, the Saiyans killed everybody off. Now in Dragon Ball GT, there was this creature called Baby, who was this Tuffle that was created to get back at the Saiyans. He's this kind of weird virus. He's this weird bioorganic virus that took over other people. He had the ability to jump. Like, if he made a cut on your body, he had the ability to fucking seep in through that cut and take over your whole immune system, like take over your whole central nervous system. And this is where the character Baby Vegeta comes in. You know, he took over. It was some Invasion of the Body Snatchers type shit. It was actually pretty scary, from what I remember. He took over Goten pretty easily. Took over Gohan, you know, and Baby was getting like a fucking high off of like turning Super Saiyan. It was pretty interesting. So, you know, that we could see the Tuffles in one form or another. You never know. A Tuffle could have survived that war all long ago, but in Dragon Ball GT's case, it was this experiment, sort of like Cell. You know, but Cell was a different case altogether. But like, that's what Baby sort of was, this experiment that was created to get back at the Saiyans for destroying the entire Tuffle race. In plan to eradicate the Super Saiyans, there's this guy named Dr. Raichi who is a survivor of that Saiyan Tuffle war. He's a survivor, and he created this brawlic ass creature known as Hachiyak to get his revenge on the Saiyans, the last remaining Saiyans. See, I would say GT handled it better, just for the fact that it's a program. It's this bioorganic virus thing. This guy that harbored this hatred for just to get back at these Saiyans that are long, like these niggas. The only nigga that probably has a true tie to that, to your fucking Saiyan, you know, Tuffle war is Vegeta, and even then, he wasn't even really on the planet for that. Like, I don't, like, it just seems weird to get revenge after all these years. Like, oh, the 5 Saiyans left, and 2 of them are like half-breed, because it was Trunks and Gohan in that special. This OVA came out in between episodes 192 and 193, I believe. So it's around the time of the Cell games. So, you know, you have Trunks and Gohan there. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna get back, I'm gonna get revenge for the Tuffles. It's like, really? Get revenge? The Saiyan race is a far cry from the proud people it used to be, but fucking any fucking way. You have the Tuffles. They could be brought back, they couldn't be. I would say bring them back. They always get used uniquely, in my opinion. So I would say bring them back. I think they offer a lot of creative narrative to the overall story of Dragon Ball. If you don't bring them back, I would say that's a lot of missed opportunity there. Another alien race that I would love to fucking see is the Konatizen, which is Tapion's race. Let me see if I'm yeah, Konatizen. Yeah, Konatizen. Which is like, if you haven't seen, again, I'll put up a picture for context and show you Tapion's face if you haven't seen Dragon Ball Movie 13, Wrath of the Dragon. There are these humanoid-looking people. They got, like, pale skin, and they got these pointy ears. They're, like, pale elf people. Their whole thing seems to be, like, mysticism. Like, they're, like, this weird fucking, mystic techno swordsman type niggas. But yeah, like they're a pretty interesting race. They're able to utilize ki, and the fact that, like, you know, like Wrath of the Dragon was a pretty interesting movie. Like it just really gets me tight. Like, not just for the fact that, because the planet Konats, the planet that's Tapion is from, it is described as being part of the South Galaxy. Now, I forgot which part that King Kai is from. I think it's North. But like that whole North, South, West Grand Kai dichotomy, that whole dynamic. It's not really a dichotomy; it's a dynamic. That whole dynamic, it was expressed through a filler. Through the Fight Planet filler, so like we don't really know what's up with that, but but that's so good though, cause like I don't know, like it just really shows that, like, okay, we sort of watch over and we sort of govern things and make sure shit doesn't get too crazy, and then we have Supreme Kais. Now, what's even weirder to me is, right, how the fuck in the Buu Saga, right? How in the fuck was there, like, South Supreme Kai, East Supreme Kai, Grand Supreme Kai? How was there all those other Supreme Kais? But in Dragon Ball Super, we see all these other Supreme Kais, and we don't know if they have the South, East, West, North dynamic. So it's really strange, for lack of a better term. So, like, wow, I didn't even really mean to get into this fucking topic. It's really weird, because what the fuck? Like, it's really strange. What's going on with that? Why in the Buu Saga did Kid Buu kill, like, 3 of them, and there was the Grand Supreme Kai? What's up with that? And, you know, when we see the Universal Tournament, the Universe Survival Arc in the Tournament of Power, why do we see just one representative Kaioshin? Why do we see that? Is there let's not even get into it. There's also whatever the fuck race the Bojack's race is. It's very interesting to me, right? You could have made a whole arc out of Bojack, right? So King Kai somehow, some way sealed fucking Bojack and his space pirate crew inside of his planet. I don't know how. He was very sketchy on the details. The only thing he really made abundantly clear is that when Goku destroyed his planet by bringing Cell there, he released Bojack and his space pirate crew. Which is, Bojack is such a strange character to me, just for the fact that he has this race of blue people that have this ascended form where they turn into giant green people. So I'm just like, what's up with that, dude? Like, are we not like the Dragon Ball movies are so fucking weird. The Dragon Ball movies are so fucking weird, dude. So there's that. So I'm just like, what's up with Bojack? Like, we could have gotten a whole arc out of him. You know, we could have gotten a whole. Dabura. Dabura is one of the strangest characters in Dragon Ball to me, specifically because he's such a hard left in terms of characters that we've seen. For the most part, Dragon Ball Z was very fucking sci-fi. It left its roots in mysticism in Dragon Ball, and Z just got really fucking sci-fi. All the way up until Buu. Buu is where we get back to the weirdo mystic shit. The entire Buu saga is just this hard left turn, and you know, we see fucking Deborah, and it's pretty weird to me because he seems like he likes being controlled by Babidi. He doesn't even really seem like he has a problem with it. And he's pretty powerful too. We know he's Super Saiyan 2 tier because adult Gohan went Super Saiyan 2 toe to toe against him, and he was holding his own. Now, of course, Vegeta stated that his Super Saiyan 2 in adult was nowhere near his Super Saiyan 2 in teen. That's whatever. Okay, fine, sure. But we don't even get to see that, like, we don't even get to see this Makai realm, this demon realm. He's the lord, he's the king of demons. You know, and Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse, the game, we have two created characters that are just for the game, Mira and Toa. They're also from the demon realm. So I'm just like, what's up with that? That's a very unexplored concept. And you know what's very interesting? Those two characters, they look similar to the angels. They have the blue skin, they have the white hair. So I'm just like, yo, what's the difference between demons and angels? You know, like it's fascinating. There's a lot of things to be explored here, children. There's a lot of shit to be explored here. And I'm very upset at the fact that a lot of it, that the things that do get explored is in non-canon properties. I want main canon continuity exploration of shit. Because I feel like it's just really like, cause like it just really is sad, dude. Like, because when you don't get the creator involved, I feel like half the effort is really put into it. Like, it just like you get okay content, but when you get the creators involved, like Toyotaro, I feel like he's very tenacious. I feel like he's about that Dragon Ball life, and he is the spiritual successor to Toriyama. So I hope Toyotaro looks at one of these past non-canon properties and makes it canon. I hope he decides to sort of move away from the other universes and like focus on us. Focus on us, because like Beerus said, the universe is vast. There's a fuck ton of alien races and shit we haven't even touched on. And fuck alien races. What's up with Deborah in the demon realm? What's up with that? Get back to that shit. Like, what's been going on there? Like, since Deborah died, who is now the king of the demon realm? What's up with that? You know, like, so, you know, if you guys are interested in any of these things, what would you like to see be explored upon? You know, touched upon again. Would you like to see the Tuffles again? If you've seen Dragon Ball GT, I have a couple of friends actually that haven't seen GT, and you know what? That's probably for the best. But you know, if you haven't seen GT, I would say, you know, just look up a brief wiki summary about who the Tuffles are. You know, would you like to see the Tuffles? Would you like to see the Demon Realm explored? Would you actually like to see what the fuck is up with Bojack and his weird green Super Saiyan Hulk form? You know, all these different things, man. Like, all these different things. Like, fuck whole other universes. We barely explored 7. We barely explored 7. The scope, I feel like the scope is getting way too big for what these niggas can narratively handle. This scope is getting way too big. I'm like, nigga, like, there's so much shit y'all niggas have yet to touch upon. Like, you know what? This is gonna turn into a full-blown podcast if I go on any longer. Rate the video. Thumbs up it. Thumbs down it. Leave a comment. You know, Jabroni God, I love y'all niggas. Peace the fuck out. Have a great fucking day.